David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. We're in an incredibly interesting environment. This is the American Line room of the American Line Hotel in Oslo, Norway. And I'm meeting a new friend, PH from Truenorth. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Norway.
Thank you so much. We've been here for 24 hours and we love it already.
It's a good start.
It is a good start.
I'm glad you picked summer and not winter.
Unless
you like snow.
You know what? I like snow in small amounts, not crazy amounts.
Yeah.
So this is the time to come.
I mean, what I like with Norway is the forced extinguished seasons.
Ah, yes. Yeah, which we have. We're from Pennsylvania, so we have those seasons, and I kind of embrace all of them. But summer here, you could do everything. I mean, that's what I love about it.
Yes.
But so we wanted to really speak to you today, and we're so appreciative that you did this because obviously you have a Bond connection, which we'll get to. But before we even start, we have to introduce you to the followers out there. What is Truenorth and what do you do? I mean, paint a picture for us. Do you have initial conversations with people that create the content all the way through to execution?
Yeah, we can start years ahead. As the script evolves and they see there is a need for a glacier, a fjord, a wide landscape, Arctic landscape.
Right.
So they reach out to us. Like I often sell, Norway is north of ordinary, as we are top of Europe and sort of away from continental Europe.
Fascinating. So literally, sometimes you might get something as little as a treatment, some sort of description, and from that you want to paint a picture that Norway might be a very logical move.
Yes, but sometimes they don't even get the script. We just get a line, or because we are not sort of, it's an early stage, they just want to sort of get a mood or a reference. Then it just continues getting wider and wider. Sometimes we get very specific, which helps in one way. Right. But then we also present alternatives, a bit out of the box.
Very smart. And do you have to? I'm imagining it's almost like a pitch process where you've got to go and then pitch somebody to say Norway's better than this place or Norway's the right place.
Of course, these days there's a lot of country with tax incentives to attract films.
Yes. Yep.
So we are in constant competition.
Right.
So it's about locations and logistic and price.
Ah, price is an important thing.
It is. Norway is an expensive country, but on the other hand, the country works really well. Yeah. Infrastructure and the administration permit-wise. So it's easy to work here.
And once somebody, a production company, says, okay, Norway is going to be our stop, you stay involved though, don't you?
We stay involved from A to Z until the project is wrapped. Often we have done full-length feature films in Norway. Right. And often we do just short sequences.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm following it from the start to the end in Norway.
Unbelievable. And can you name some of the films that your company's worked on?
We had Mission Impossible Fallout.
Huge.
We had part of Transformers here. We had Matt Damon in for Downsizing.
Oh yes, used one of the ships, right?
Yes,
that's right.
In Arctic Norway. And then Innocent TV series, a couple of Netflix films. So right. And this year has been sort of a really good year in terms of for studio projects.
It's been a big year, and for us, obviously, the connection to Bond 25. It'll be exciting once we get a title that we don't have to say Bond 25 anymore, but that time will come. So describe to us, there's obviously, I think it's like any job. There are good days, there are bad days, there are things that you love, and there are things that you're like, oh, again. What are the things that you love about what you do? I
mean, I think if you're in the movie business, you have to love challenges. As script changes, availability of cast changes, location challenges, places we would like to film, even places where they had a permit that we changed dates, doesn't have a permit anymore, crew and equipment, and hotels and logistics is also can be very tricky. It depends on the location. Like for example on Mission Impossible, when the only access is by helicopter.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
When you're building a unit base on the top of a mountain and you're talking about health and safety.
Wow. That is a big challenge.
This can be quite tricky, but they have a good team and it worked very well.
When the challenge turns into a reward, an opportunity, and you solve it, that's got to be very rewarding to do that.
Yes, but at the same time, we also have to keep the cost down. I mean, but we do not compromise on the safety.
Sure.
But anyway, there is not unlimited of funds in this project.
Right.
So
So on the alternative side, I think you might have given it to us already. That's what you feel passionate about. The thing that frustrates you about what you do, is it the things you just named?
yeah, but then again, you can turn the frustration into a new challenge.
Yeah.
It's like first you hear it's like, damn it, now more challenges. But then you just have to deal with it, like anything else in life. You just you have to deal with it.
Yeah,
and it's your job, and you have to solve it.
And it's interesting. I think most people that are watching this would imagine, oh my gosh, PH gets to engage with all these movies. It's magical. It's movie making. But there's the reality of you have all the challenges of a job like anybody else.
I mean, it's not red carpet.
It's not.
This is not a 9-to-4 job.
Yeah.
It's all in. But then again, I'm not alone. Everybody has seen the end credits on the film. I have a lot of good Norwegian crew members from the production office.
That's
and
fantastic.
down to the PAs, but also the connection with the international crew.
Right. Right.
It can also be, it's culture differences in the country, it's culture differences in the way of work, and we have to adapt.
And I've heard from several people actually, and that your passion is not just obviously to what you do and to the movie making, but to Norway. Like you truly feel passionate about Norway, which I think obviously helps connect, why people come here. That you want people to explore Norway as well. Is that true?
Yeah, it's very true, because I want our guests, which is the film crew, to feel included and enjoy their work in Norway, also their leisure time, everything that's working from logistics to food, and I hope that I had time to see Norway on their private time while here.
Right.
And I think it's very important. My passion is generally what film industry do to Norway, like how we can marketing Norway, what they do in film tourism, what they do to the outskirt of Norway, where the interesting locations are.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so funny when a small village feels so proud that an international film come to their little small community where they could have chosen a location anywhere in the world.
Oh my gosh, it has to be amazing for them.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait,
They feel so proud.
in Austria, there was a relatively small town, Solden, who had a wonderful moment in the movie Spectre, James Bond. And same thing. I mean, they really felt so proud. And now that small village is a booming town, because of tourism and people interested. And my wife and I are here not just to see the Bond locations and to meet our good friends in the community, people like you, but we really wanted to spend the bulk of our time exploring Norway. So it's introduced a new world to us, which is great.
But it's important for all these small communities to grab the opportunity.
Yes.
Having a film crew over and having the film shown all over the world doesn't change it that much. You have to take the opportunity to do something locally for your community.
Yeah.
Do a special film tour or film tourism, or make a special dinner or a local drink. Or you have to sort of
create an experience around it.
Create an experience, and
Yeah.
that's for everybody to do.
From your mouth to their ears, because we would love to see that. Obviously,
And it's all
part of
about the
adventure.
imagination.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting. I mean, if you think about movie making and what you do is telling a story, I think that these small towns, these villages, and even Norway in general, needs to find out how do they weave Bond into their story now, in a logical way.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Bond. We can only avoid it for so long. But take us back to, and I know it is a job for you, but somebody at some point must have called you, or you saw a treatment that was Bond related. And what goes through your mind when we have the potential to have Bond here in Norway?
I mean, Norway has a lot of potential, from windy roads and cliffs and spectacular drama landscape to interesting architecture. I mean, anything that could fit a Bond script or any other action movie these days. So when we heard there is a new Bond project going on, of course, we're very curious to get into the inner circle,
Right.
like probably the rest of the world.
Sure.
So it's been probably a very long process here to get Bond to Norway. But I mean, that decision is not on my table, but at the office in London.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's probably been a hard competition, but that we don't know much about.
Sure, sure. And then somebody at some point says, okay, Norway is a Bond location. Do you immediately start all the planning and all the details, and does it become a big project?
We have a plan for each location we present, because as soon as a location is chosen, doesn't have to be a Bond or any. There need to be a plan in place,
Right.
and a plan in place in terms of the budget, and a plan in place in terms of health and safety. So it's, for example, no point presenting a location that we cannot achieve.
Right.
So that plan starts immediately for everything we look into in terms of location.
I can imagine. Now, we at the Bond Experience, we're actually very sensitive to spoilers. We try to avoid certain pictures and information, so we don't want to ask anything about plot point or characters, but whatever you can, we'd like to talk about the environment. So we know just through pictures, and obviously Kari Fukunaga, the director, said Norway is a location. In the environments that they're filming in, do you think it represents Norway well?
Definitely.
Good.
We had a winter sequence,
Yeah,
which is very Norway. That's, I think, one of the reasons why we hosted 2 Olympics.
that's right. That's right. Good
So
point.
we're very good at winter when
Yes.
it comes to anything in logistics, and we have a lot of locations to offer.
Right.
So it's one thing ending up filming at one location, but then you can imagine all the alternative that's been on the table.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. When I saw Mission Impossible Fallout, it was actually my wife, who knows geography much better than me, looked at the end scene and said, I don't know where it was supposed to be, Manila or where.
Pakistan. I think,
Yeah,
or,
something like that.
Kashmir.
And she goes, I know exactly where that is. So to me, that represented Norway wonderfully. And I think, without giving too much away, there's a certain roadway that's involved in Bond 25.
Yeah, but I think often when locals see their home or location on the film and it doesn't state Norway, it says Pakistan, and people feel disappointed. But you have to realize these days that people are not stupid.
No.
And if you're interested in a location or a film, the information is available. And I mean, Tom Cruise tweeted all over the world about the location. And,
That's right.
And it's so
They even had like a bit of a premiere here as well on
Yes,
the
they
Rock
did,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So, my gosh, they took advantage of that. Now, is the filming here in Norway finished pretty much, or
you never know.
you never know? That's good. They could come back at any time.
Yeah, that's the feeling I got.
Okay, all right.
Until the project is sort of up on the silver screen, to
Yeah.
me it's not finished.
And again, you don't need to share details, but in working with the Bond production crew, so you have all of these people, I mean, probably hundreds, coming overseas to stay here. Is there any kind of unique, identifiable feeling of working with the Bond crew? Like, did they bring anything to the table that was very Bondian?
I would say it's a very experienced crew, and a lot of the crew have been working on the previous films, so there's sort of a spirit in there.
Okay.
I would say a Bond spirit,
Yeah.
and they also, as this is my first project, I see there is a lot of experience to learn from them.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So it's probably a situation like anything where,
But you have a lot of respect for people with a lot of experience who have
Yes.
done a lot of these films.
absolutely, they've done it for many times. And I love your attitude. I mean, you can learn and take from things, and you probably also give things. You know, maybe they see some efficiencies
Yeah, I
too.
think we have a lot of experience with winter, which very few others have
Yeah, yeah.
in terms of film crew.
How was the food?
The Norwegian food.
No, not the Norwegian food. How you're on a Bond set and they have catering, which I guess it's catered by Norwegians. It has to be. Was the food good? I'm always curious about the food.
I would say it's film catering. I think it's sort of a standard, but
okay.
it's good.
It's
I mean,
good.
I would say it's good.
Okay,
It's, compared to Norwegian standard, we're not catering in film catering in Norway is it's a little bit different.
Right.
But then it's a big crew and it's a winter shoot and you need to get a lot of proteins and energy, so there has to be a lot of food there. And
That's
warm
true.
food, yeah.
Is there separate food for actors versus crew, or everybody sits together? I'm trying to imagine what that community is
I
like.
wouldn't comment on that.
No comment. Oh, I like that. We needed at least one no comment to make it.
Okay, there was going to be a lot of no comment if we continue like this.
All right. But I actually, first of all, I am very grateful for your time. This is very good. You made a special trip down to our hotel for this, so we are so grateful. But I do have a question, and it is about you. So I know this is your job. You do it well. We love it because it has a bond association. But if you could work on any film, as someone that probably loves films too, or any genre, for your choice, Bond aside, what would it be?
Personally, I think it would be a Star Wars.
Yes, nice. We love Star Wars, and Star Wars has been here in Norway. In Empire Strikes Back, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And it's really time for them to come back again.
That's right, because you were a little boy then, so that would
I remember that film. I mean, the whole series of film made an impression in my childhood.
Yeah.
And I'm still a Star Wars fan, and we have spectacular locations, so...
You know what? I have Kathleen Kennedy's cell phone. I'm going to call her right. No, I don't. But I'd always put a good word in for you. That would be exciting. Well, if you would do a treatment for Star Wars, we will make a separate trip back here. And again, you can give no comments all day long because they're really into secrecy also.
I mean, I think all studios, all projects today are very. It's not much secret, but I mean, they want to control the information flow.
That's a very good way to put it. Somebody told me, because somebody said, well, it's a revenue thing if they give up surprises, and they said it's really about the control of information. And once it gets uncontrollable, then it gets out of hand.
Yeah, but then again, rumors is not good either. But, so there is a balance.
That's true. Well, they're trying their best, that's for sure. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. This is great.
Enjoy your stay in Norway.
Thank you. We'll let you know how everything goes, and we'll stay safe and sound. But this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience, and we will see you very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.